lawful wedded husband.
To be my...
Barbertine. Not Barbertine's heart. With a tramp like you?
Well, I know it hurts being third rate, but aren't you accustomed to it yet?
Oh, Robin, I see you.
I myself the slut of Springfield!
Son of a bitch in heat. I found out myself what love is all about.
Hey everybody, it's me, Nikki. This episode of GH was something light, not too much, because honestly, we're just seeing the fallout of a lot of stuff. So just very quickly, not trying to go into deep with it, because I know tomorrow's gonna also be a hot ass mess. Curtis and Michael might be going down for insider trading, and you know what? I guess this is how we're gonna say goodbye to Michael, because they're going to let the stock of Aurora fall and then pick it up. That's insider trading. We've already had this thing with Seth. We don't need this to happen again. What in the actual everlasting mother is going on? But you know what, Drew? You set yourself up for this one, because you steadily are going around that man's wife, and all of this could have been avoided had you just left her alone and not gone along with Nina's plan and not fall in love with your nephew's wife. But you don't listen. So he then, went down to the hospital, and he's talking to, Willow, asking her, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Are you okay? How's it staying at your mom's? And she's just taking the bait. Like, stop taking the bait. Leave this man alone. If you ever thought there was a moment to fix your marriage, if y'all ever thought that y'all could fix this and be better, go to some couples counseling, do something, now would be the time. Except you got Nina over here going to Martin talking about, Willow needs a lawyer so she can get a divorce and full custody of her children, talking to Ava about how she's going to help her daughter get full custody of the children, and how even though the Quartermaines have money, she has money too, so she's going to do her best to help Willow, and she's just so happy because Michael was keeping them away from each other, keeping them away from their happiness. Let's be clear on something. All of your children have wrecked his life at some point in time. They both were keeping you away from Wiley, not just one. And when they allowed you to see him, you threw that in their face. We're not going to forget how much you tortured Willow at the beginning. So you can't really blame Carly or Michael for any reason as to why you and Willow never had a relationship to begin with, because when you were still with Valentine and Willow was Charlotte's teacher, you tortured her. You ultimately let the information be released on what happened to her son, or the fact that she had a son, which then set Shiloh after her. Okay? You did that. We're not going to forget how stuff went down in court when it came to fighting for custody of Wiley, when you were on the side of Nell, and this is before you ever knew that she was your daughter. We're not going to forget all the nasty, mean, rude things you said to Willow while she was pregnant and sick before you ever found out that she was your daughter. We're not going to forget about those things. And Ava told Nina, tell her before it's too late about you and Drew. But Nina is ignoring all signs. Just like Finn Balor on Monday Night Raw, Nina is ignoring all signs. And it's like, what do you mean she's ignoring all signs? I mean, we know from Willow's history, she hates being betrayed. She hates being left out of things. And she hates when people, basically feel like they know more than her or try to make decisions for her. So at this point in time, and she hates when people keep secrets from her. And even though she's a dingbat at this point, we know how this is going to go down. But Nina, she's not paying attention. So she goes to Martin and she tells Martin this. And Martin is like, very suspicious. And I was like, be suspicious. So he's going to go down there and try to talk to Michael. And here's the problem. He's going to run into Tracy tomorrow. And it's just like, if you think, and I'm talking to Nina, if you think that Michael, Tracy, Monica, Ned, or any of the Quartermaines, we're not talking about the Spencers, we're not talking about the Corinthos, we're not talking about the Morgans, we're talking about the Quartermaines. If you think the Quartermaines are going to allow you to take Michael's children away, then you are sadly motherfucking mistaken. when the chips are down and even when there's infighting, they gonna pull together and they gonna let loose on whoever is trying to destroy their family. But good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck. Cameron is back for the holidays. We love to see it. We love to see it. Him seem lucky. I was like, oh, look at that. You to Papa is back. The man who ultimately helped raise you for a good portion of your life is back. We love to see it. We're gonna see how this falls out. I'm not sure how long the Cameron character is back. I know Will probably was able to come and do some episodes because he was off from college for the holidays. So that's cool. So maybe he'll be here until the new year and he can be there for, Jocelyn with Dex passing away. Also, Jason has had to talk Carly down because Carly is ready to let loose, let havoc, and just really put her foot down. And, I'm gonna just say this. Y'all woke up Caroline Benson and she ready to whoop some ass. She don't care no more. She don't care. They hurt her baby. They hurt her firstborn. She not about to do this with y'all. She already lost a child. She not about to lose no more. She's ready to whoop. She ready to whoop up on Drew and Willow and Nina if she has to. And it's just like honestly, Willow and Michael both have two overbearing, overstepping parents. It's that Nina is doing this out of pure selfishness. Carly is being selfish in herself, but I'm going to tell you this now. Nina is doing this out of pure selfishness because she always felt like Michael was the reason why Willow wanted nothing to do with her, and Michael was the reason why they never had a relationship, when honestly, it really came from the way you treated Willow at the very beginning of y'all relationship. And Carly is doing this because nobody can hurt Carly's kids without her going after them, i.e., what happened with Dante, Brooklyn, and Lulu. Nobody gets to hurt her children. Nobody without her going after them. She didn't went after Sonny. She didn't went after Dante and Lulu. Like, she's gone after everybody who has hurt her kids in any type of way. So, and this is kind of to make her feel like she's doing what she needs to do to take care of them, to make up for the things that happened in the past, like Michael getting shot in the head, Sonny taking the kids away from her, and different things that have happened over the years. This is her way of making it up to her kids. But at some point in time, you gotta stop. You do. But Jason is able to talk her down. So it's like, okay, we have one consolation prize. She's talked down, but she does feel like if they, if she'll let loose, she'll let go, she'll do it if she have to. Don't make her do it, she'll do it. And she wanted to release that tape, and I was like, oh no, not the tape, don't do it. You remember what happened to Jocelyn, think about that, don't do nothing else. And finally, if I missed anything, I'm so sorry, but we ended with, well, I ended with this, not in the order it went in the episode, but Jocelyn's going through it. Dex is gone, and, this was supposed to be them making holiday memories, their first Christmas, where it's just like, we're going to have good times, and we're going to change all the bad and make it good, and she's just going through it, and I hate that she has to go through this again, because she went through it with Oscar, now she has to go through it with Dex. But the question is, because Trina is there for her friend and she's loving on her and giving her, the time that she needs. And I appreciate that. Like, love on your friends, take care of them during these times, and y'all love on each other, especially during the holidays when things can get tough. The question is, what did Dex leave Jocelyn? Did he leave her ring or did he leave her baby? I'm thinking he had a ring, but she's also pregnant. That is what I'm going with. Um, but this is messy, especially because once again Nina is jumping the gun, and it's like at least Jason was able to talk Carly down. I say that. At least Jason was able to talk Carly down. He was like, you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it. Think about your son. Think about everything. Think about what this could do to him if you decide to go after the both of them. Like, y'all call Diane, but don't give them that tape to, expose or whatever. And she was like, fine, I'll let Michael handle it. But if I ever get a chance to go after Drew, I'm going to take it. So obviously, Jason was able to talk her down, which is the opposite of what what Ava was able to do with Nina, because Nina is still, pursuing trying to get full custody of the children because she feels like Michael doesn't deserve his children. But at the end of the day, Michael is a good father, and you destroyed your relationship with Willow from the very beginning, and y'all have only been able to build it up, even to, Michael's detriment and to his behest. He still supported y'all having a relationship. And he kind of got semi cool with you, only for you to try to pull this BS on him. But when your daughter finds out that you were screwing Drew and he was, You pushed him to be in her life and you pushed him to be close so he could tell her about you and boost you up, and so you could push him into letting you have and allowing time with Willow. Willow's gonna lose her shit, especially because Drew is stalking Willow at this point, which is crazy as hell. And then think about this: where is your daughter, Drew? She just lost her mother. Why aren't you spending time with her? Why are you so worried about Willow and her children? Why aren't you worried about your child? Are you going to let your child actually spend time with Rocco and Danny? Or are you just going to say F them and keep doing what you're doing? And as much as people be like, oh, everything's gonna be fine once Drew heads to DC. No, it's not. He ain't going to DC. He had already told y'all. He gonna be commuting. He's gonna do as much work as he can do from Port Charles, and then when he needs to, he's going to go to DC. And I saw what Cameron Masterson said about, oh, Willow and Drew and people feeling a way about them, but look at Luke and Laura. Luke and Laura started, and we're gonna do a deep dive on them. Luke and Laura's relationship did not start out the way, a lot of people think, and they weren't this super couple because they fell in love. Luke sexually assaulted Laura on the dance floor at the disco where she worked in a disco he owned. The only reason they fell in love after months of her, feeling a way about him is because they went on the run together and they slowly started to fall in love. But this wasn't no, fairy tale story. It turned into that. But we all remember what happened. But let's be clear on something. Willow and Drew, disgusting. Nina and Drew, disgusting. When all this comes out, whoo, Nina, you're going to wish you didn't jump the gun on trying to get your daughter a divorce. And you're going to wish you would have told her that you were sleeping with this man, because you started sleeping with him long before they kissed. And then after they kissed, you ramped up the sleeping with him because you wanted to give that man a distraction. And now he has thrown it back in your face because he doesn't want you. He wants the newer, younger, hotter model. How does that feel? And honestly, once again, you probably should have took Ava's advice, but Ava, since she's not taking your advice, go ahead and figure out how you get your money back from the Cassadines, because I don't even know if that's legal. Like, what Cassadine is coming back? Spencer has a trust fund, so it's not needed. Nicholas is in jail. Valentine is on the run, so I doubt he would take that back. Are we getting new Cassadines? Is it Stefan? Is it Stavros? Who is it? Who is it? Or somehow, someway, well, I already know Anthony's not going to return until a certain head writer or showrunner is gone. So we're just going to have to figure this out. But with that being said, that was it. That was all. I don't have more to give y'all, and I hope y'all appreciate this GH recap. And with that being said, that was it for Dim Soaps. Don't forget to hit the links in the description box down below. Follow me on all the different platforms. I have a link down there. Hit that like button, hit that subscription button, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell. And don't forget, this Sunday is Who Sang It Better. Y'all get to argue on who sang y'all favorite Christmas songs that have been covered heavily better. Was the Donny Hathaway version better? Or was the Patti LaBelle version better? Who knows? But be there. Also, Married to Medicine on Mondays, as well as Real Housewives of Potomac, which will be a premiere because it's Bravo Mondays. That's what I'm going to name it, Bravo Mondays. And a slew of other great content coming. But I'll see y'all later. Bye.